welcome back to At Titi's House podcast. Let's just get into it. Let's talk about Kamala Harris. So, I thought Biden wasn't endorsing her at first, but he has stepped down as the presidential candidate for 2024 and endorsed her. How do you feel about that?
I'm happy he stepped down because I definitely didn't think he was, he's all there.
Yeah.
I think that there's something going on behind the scenes medically where they just haven't mentioned that they're, keeping close to the heart. But I don't know. I seen a clip about Kamala talking about some stuff she did when she was a prosecutor that I didn't really like. I was going to support her just because she was a black woman, but I got to look more into her.
What is it? She was a prosecutor in San Francisco for up until 2017?
2017.
And then
yes.
she went into the Senate. Okay, so they said that she was, it was a couple things that I heard that I heard this before I didn't like that about her before she became the president. It was a lot of people like Judge Mathis talked about her.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Judge Mathis?
Yeah, Judge Mathis said something. Was it Judge Mathis? Not Judge Mathis, the other judge.
Joe Brown?
Yes, Judge Joe Brown was saying a lot of bad stuff about her. So it made me interested in her past. But they said she was really hard prosecutor, prosecuting people for petty marijuana crimes and putting them in California. Is it legal?
It's legal, and who knows when she was doing it, but it's legal on the state level, but federally they can still lock you up for it. So it's like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they said that she was holding people in there for their entire term of their sentence.
Longer than their terms.
And longer.
Yeah.
And they said that was because she was using them for free labor for the state.
Yep. That means somebody paid her off for that.
Yeah. You were getting money or something.
Getting a piece of that.
I hate to say that, but at the end of the day, come on now. You're doing it to your own people. Black and brown people specifically. Because California, there's a lot of black and brown people in California, honey.
There's a lot, especially in the jail system. It's mostly us. I mean, it's a lot. It's black and browns mostly, to be honest. Yeah. I wonder what's the percentage of black and browns in jail in California.
It's crazy because I was reading about like the Biden-Harris administration, as far as like criminal justice reform and like where they sit with it. You know what I'm saying? They said they have over the last 3.5 years, the administration has promoted some criminal justice reforms following the mass shooting at Uvalde, Texas, at the school. And then, of course, it's Biden signed into law the Safer Communities Act in 2022. This legislation marked the first substantial package of gun safety laws in nearly 30 years, included a new law on gun trafficking and expanding an existing law preventing people convicted of domestic abuse from owning guns, which is good. That's good. This is by the MarshallProject.org, by the way, specifically on the Biden-Harris administration. So they said there are 5 things to know, and one was the mixed record on criminal justice reform for them too, and that he was Biden's campaign was big on ending the death penalty, the federal death penalty, and pledging to undo former President Donald Trump's immigration policies. That was something that their efforts, like it was supposed to be like the focus was supposed to be on that. But guess what? It never materialized. They never did anything about it.
I mean, he did let mad migrants and stuff in. Isn't that like working towards redoing the Trump thing? No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not in the form. Then it says Harris's early missteps on immigration could be used against her. They said that she was doing a speech and said on the speech, she had a lot of verbal. They said she's not a great speaker.
That's what I don't think we're ever this whole time. That's why she hasn't spoke this whole time.
I don't know. They said she had a verbal slip up in press interviews, including a viral clip from a speech in Guatemala, in which she told people who were considering making the dangerous trek to the U.S., "Do not come, do not come." They said that bruised her image. Like, why would you be saying that? In Guatemala, of all places.
Yeah. She should have said, do not illegally try to come.
Right, if you come to the U.S., well, except, there's a different way of saying that all. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was like, why would she say that? They said that really bruised her image. So now she's got to rebuild herself from that. You know what I'm saying? And then Biden also put in an executive order to bar migrants who unlawfully cross the southern border from seeking asylum. So the order is conditional and goes into effect when crossings exceed our ability to deliver timely consequences. So I guess if they're here, they get they sometimes they come here seeking asylum from whatever is happening in their countries. So I guess this is that conditional order that they'll send them back.
If what kind of things are going on in their country?
Some people come because of, was it Argentina that a lot of people came to the U.S. because of the, or was it Venezuela?
Mm-hmm.
That
yeah, I'm not sure about neither.
some stuff was happening and they came here for political asylum to get out of their countries because they were being, people were being
attacked and killed.
Yeah.
So similar to like the Palestine and Ukraine.
Absolutely.
So if they were trying to come here.
And remember when it was, a lot of people came here from, they had a peacekeeping mission. Where was that at? I can't think of it. I remember your dad going to something like that. Oh, my computer's acting up, y'all.
Or like Bosnia or something?
Bosnia. A lot of people came from Bosnia seeking asylum from their, the war there, right? Was it a war that was happening in Bosnia?
Yeah, there was a war that was happening there, like early 2000s, 90s. Right, 2000s,
exactly. So all those people were let in the country on political asylum. So that's the same, the same here. He's gonna bar them. If you unlawfully enter, so some people come over lawfully, they're sent in groups and they come over and we allow them in our country.
Who are they sending groups by though? Their countries. Their countries.
Yeah, send them here.
Talk to us, and then there's like
some political asylum here.
Yeah,
so, but if some people enter unlawfully. He's saying if we catch you and you're here unlawfully, we're gonna send your butt back. So it's some things to consider with this administration.
Ain't that usually what we do when we catch people here that ain't supposed to be here?
Not all the time. Sometimes we don't catch them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't get caught.
They said Harris has had flubs on immigration and for years have referred to her as the border Caesar.
Border Caesar? What's that mean?
A jab that also came up again during the Republican. They just talked about this at the Republican National Convention too. Why is she called the border Caesar? Let's see.
Yeah, she sounds like baby Trump. Protecting the borders.
I think that was her job.
What she did in California? Or you mean currently?
As the border, she's like part of the border patrol. But y'all gotta understand, the presidents don't. Yeah, but the presidents don't really protect the border. That's border patrol, which is under Homeland Security.
Yeah, Homeland. But you're saying that they directly report to her currently, or she's part of that squad?
They said that she was supposed to be heading it, but is she really heading it? That's my whole thing. Is she really heading it? Let me see. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Because this is going to be important. Immigration is one of Trump's topics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's been his I think that's what people rally behind him for, the people that support him. They like his look on immigration.
Yeah, because they're tired of immigrants coming to this country. And they keep saying we're taking black jobs.
We're all immigrants.
They keep saying we're taking...
Right, if you're not Native American, you're an immigrant. What do you think about that?
Oh, so this is just about what? Say that again?
I said if you're not a Native American, then you're an immigrant. Like if you're not technically Native American, you're an immigrant, right?
Yeah.
Because Europeans are the ones who colonized this, and they would be considered an immigrant to the Native Americans.
Who's acting up? Lord have mercy. So Joe Biden entrusted Harris with some of the most challenging parts of his portfolio. Voting rights, the rollback of reproductive rights, and immigration. Harris has struggled to find her footing on immigration.
What about the other two? She struggled
On
to find her
immigration.
footing.
Hold on, because my computer is acting up here, so I'm trying to get y'all the information because I want to know. My dang self. So it says she's had a hard time finding her footing on immigration. Early on, she faced criticism for having not visited the southern border. As the Republicans like Texas Governor Greg Abbott started busing migrants to northern cities, the vice president's mansion in Washington, D.C. even became a drop-off point. Do you remember that? When they were dropping off immigrants to D.C. in front of her house?
No.
Like, what the hell?
No, I ain't see that.
Oh my God.
Literally, like right in front of her house?
That's what they were saying.
That has to be dangerous. Yeah, we're gonna drop you off at your new mama house. At your stepmama house.
They said this weakness is starting to show as a major sticking point on both sides of the political spectrum. She's going to be attacked by Republicans on immigration. It says, GOP presidential nominee J.D. Vance. Vance is one of them. He wasn't selected yet, was he? Has Trump selected someone?
He did select somebody, I think, over this weekend. Yeah, he did select somebody.
It has to be, it must have been Vance.
I think it was Vance. I'm not checking.
J.D. Vance speaking sarcastically about Kamala over the weekend at a rally in Grand Rapids, Michigan said, "We have to give her credit, my friends. She did serve as a border Caesar during the biggest disaster of open borders that we've had in this country. Let's get President Trump back there, close down that border, and bring some common sense and security to this country." Oh my God. I can't. She's doing little stuff, but she's not handling big stuff. So when I ask them, who are you going to vote for? They say the independent party. And I'm like, who's the independent party? I don't know.
That's what I was about to ask. Who's the independent?
I have no idea, but that's what they're saying. So instead of putting Trump in office or Kamala in office, they're going for the independent party. Do you know what they stand for? Do you know what their take is on this country, rebuilding the country? Do you know anything about the independent? They do not. And they're just voting for them because they don't want Trump or Kamala in office, which to me is dumb. What do you think about that?
I'm checking now to see who the independent.
Yeah, let's do
is.
some work so we can educate some people. 'Cause y'all, sometimes I don't know about y'all.
Let's see. Where the 24 candidates. It doesn't show. An independent third party. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Cornel West.
That's who it was, one of the
Cornel
candidates.
West? The teacher dude?
Oh.
Right? Isn't he like a
Is
teacher?
he's running for president?
Yeah, I mean, independent third party, yeah.
Oh.
Chase Oliver, Jill Stein, Cornel West, and Robert F. Kennedy.
So it's 4 people running for independent. So only one of them can win.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I say that again. Cornel West.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Jill Stein, and Chase Oliver.
You guys do your research on those 4 people. If you don't want to vote for Kamala and you don't want to vote for Trump, I get it. But do your research before you vote for an independent person. What are their stance on things like immigration, on crime in the country, on those things that matter, healthcare. We have to find that out. You can't just say you're not voting for Kamala because you don't like her. Unless you've done your research and you don't like her because you don't like what she stands for. There's some issues as far as Harris and Biden. They have different takes on different, they have different opinions on different things, right? Mm-hmm. They don't have to exactly agree. But do your research and see, what does she stand for now that he's dropping out? Is her stance something that you are, are for? Do you support it? Like, those are the things you need to be reviewing now. So it looks like they said that she, regarding incarceration and policing, that Harris worked to shed some of her tough on-crime image that she had as a prosecutor, because that was a big deal for a lot of people, and ran to the left of Biden on most criminal justice issues, including solitary confinement, federal mandatory minimum sentences, and decriminalizing border crossings. So they were kind of split. And then they're split on clemency. Clemency is allowing the president to determine whether or not that person can be relieved of their charges and released from federal prison.
Yeah.
So, because the president has, I think Trump did it a lot for a couple people, didn't he?
Yeah, he let Kodak Black out.
He did. Oh my gosh, I remember that. So she is a proponent of creating a federal sentencing review unit that would consider early release for people who have served at least 10 years of sentences of 20 years or more. I think that's a great idea. You know what I'm saying? People change while they're in prison. People become, and I'm gonna just say this because some of y'all go to religion in prison to create a safe house for yourself. I get it. But at the end of the day, don't do too much. Because I have people that have said they've been saved in prison and they're just too much. Miss me with all that good morning, God loves you stuff. Like, that ain't really you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people out there that become just overly aggressive with religion. And if you know them, you know. Come on, you know. You know what I'm saying? People become Muslims in prison. People become, missionaries and all kinds of stuff in prison. I'm just saying, if that's what you need for protection, it's all good. But don't overdo it. Because some people overdo it.
Yes, people on the outside that overdo it when things be going wrong in their life.
Yeah, there are people that overdo it too.
Yeah, I know. So I got somebody in mind right now. She's blocked.
Oh, you blocked her?
Yeah.
Oh my God, why?
It's just too much. It seems fake to me.
Oh yeah. Because sometimes it does feel like overbearing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this. I guess I get a text message every morning from a friend of mine that is incarcerated.
Oh, okay.
And when I tell you, let me see if I can read some of his stuff. I already said to him, please don't pray for me because we are not praying for the same things. Like, I don't like nobody praying for me unless I ask you for prayer and I specify what I need it for. Because I feel like you might be praying against me.
Yeah, praying on my downfall.
Exactly. So, let me see. I'm trying to find, I don't even respond.
Really?
You
You still
can
texting?
I don't even respond because it's like, I try to be nice because I don't want to feel like
really?
It's like,
that's a bunch of messages.
Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, I don't feel like it's authentic. You know what I'm saying? It says, good morning, spirit of light.
Spirit of light.
Each one of us is on a journey of growth and understanding that is uniquely our own, which is true. And change, though challenging, can lead to self-awareness and emotional resilience. I often say the path to emotional maturity isn't about becoming someone new. It's about fully realizing who you already are. God is fully aware the original creation He already created. So powerful and precious virtue.
Sound like that came straight out of a book or something on Google. I don't want to hear none of that.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
I don't even respond because I feel like it's too much. You're overwhelming me with the godly stuff. Like, I believe in God. I am a believer. You know what I'm saying? I believe in God.
It sounds like they're trying to convince themselves though with them type of messages that they trying to really believe.
Or maybe that's how they internalize things. You know what I'm saying? But for me, let me be spiritual on my own. I don't need you praying for me. I don't know you for you to, we're not that good of friends for you to pray for me. Because you don't know me well enough. You're praying based on what you think you know. Don't do that. So I have a problem with that. But it's just, I don't know. Anyway.
That's what happened when you get on them jail pen pal sites, Mom.
Oh my God, I was trying to be friendly.
Oh, is that where you met him at? Oh, okay. Look, I was
No, I'm just messing around.
Yeah.
I was trying to be friendly. No, I've known him for like 10 years. But it's like, come on. Were you thinking about God when you committed your crime?
That's what I say, why you just getting locked up.
So you have to think about that. It's like, have you considered what you're going through because you did something that was illegal? You know? I don't know. So anyway, back to Kamala. They said that she is going to have to recreate her image. What do you feel about that? Do you think so?
No, for sure, especially with all that prosecutor. Because even me, I've been saying Kamala should be getting it. But then after I just received this new information these last couple of days, really researching her, I'm like, I don't know, maybe let's see who these other Democratic nominees are.
I know you did say that. You was like, I might not vote for her.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that it's enough time from now? Because how many months do we have before the election? A couple months.
Yeah, like 4.
Do you think it's enough time to rehab her image following, I think we all make mistakes early on in our careers that maybe in that moment she was trying to do the best thing because, you're a prosecutor, but somebody else is telling you what to do.
Yeah, and she didn't know she was going to be president. She probably was just trying to be the best prosecutor, and that's part of the job, right?
Right.
So she just was being stern, so I understand that. But to be holding people in there for longer than their sentence, I'm not with none of that. And then I'm looking at the percentage of minorities that are in jail. It says that 44% of people in jail in California are Hispanic and 24% are black.
Yeah.
28% are black and 21% are white.
So it's more Hispanics locked up than anybody else.
Yeah, 44%.
Man, that's a lot to consider. Seriously, if you think about it. What are you doing? I mean, like, how are you rehabbing your image? You have a bad image of locking people of color up and giving them the max sentences when you should have probably be giving them opportunities to get out early release. What are you doing for them as a prosecutor? Like, what is the state doing for them? Are they giving them community reintegration? How are they helping come out of prison to decrease recidivism so that they don't go back? Like, what else have you done? It's because she was the governor. She's the senator, of California. So you're, as the senator, what did you do? Because that's 2 different roles, 2 different jobs.
They kind of conflicting, right?
Right. I would think so. As a prosecutor, you're trying to put people in jail, bad people in jail. I get it. But I feel like sometimes the sentences are harsh based on color.
100%.
And she's a black woman. I think was her dad black and her mom is Indian or something?
Let's see.
I forget her nationality.
Her father's...
I think her mom was Indian. And her father was white, Caucasian.
She is parents. Yeah, her mother is Indian, Shaimala, and her father's black.
He's a black man.
Yeah, she's black and Indian.
Okay. So was her father African, but he's not. He's just a black man.
Yeah, black man.
Okay. I mean, it's nice to see. I think
Jamaican American.
Okay.
Father.
Jamaican descent.
So she's Jamaican and Indian, and she loves locking up Hispanics.
And blacks.
And black.
And holding them at the max sentence. Were you holding the whites at the highest sentence while they were incarcerated? Like, I don't know. I don't know if you can rehab your image from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's an excessively punitive system that you were running.
I don't know. I gotta see what these other, because they didn't even confirm. She's not the official Democratic nominee, is she?
I don't think so. I think people are nominating her.
That are the other
Michelle Obama
Democrats.
endorsed her.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. She should have Michelle run as her vice president.
That would be fine. Oh, they said Raphael Warnock is a possible Democratic nominee.
Oh, really? I like him.
Yeah, me too. That's why I mentioned it. Yeah, Senator Warnock.
Oh, I do like him. So will he be running as the vice president?
No, it says these are all the potential Democratic nominees for president.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, me too.
I think he would be. Yeah, I like him. I think he'd be a great president.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say is, as a citizen of the United States of America, definitely y'all do y'all research before you vote on somebody. I always say, I bleed blue, and I'm going to stick with that. So whoever is the Democratic presidential candidate, if it's Kamala, I'm voting for her based off of us being Democrats. That's it. But at the end of the day, do your research. Because some of the things that they strive to change, I don't give a damn if it changes or not.
Mm-hmm.
The things that are important to me is the criminal justice system, of course, because I have free birds, and I think that that's important. Community reintegration, let's decrease recidivism, and let's get these people the help that they need so that they don't return back to prison. That is important. Of course, healthcare. We all need healthcare. People should not have to spend a lot of money on medications or going on co-pays and co-insurances to go see a doctor. Where some countries, it's free healthcare. They don't want to make healthcare free in the United States because too many people profit from the especially pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm.
It's too many people profiting, and guess what? Doctors get paid to
ditch
for the prescriptions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everybody's it's a whole scheme for people to make money, and to me that's unfair because there are people struggling to have health care that is definitely needed for people that need cancer treatment, people that need diabetic treatment because they're suffering with diabetes, like high blood pressure. There's COPD, like there's people that have heart disease. Like these are things that are killing our people, and I know we all can't live to 100 years old. And that's the reason that I think healthcare is for profit the way it is, because, people are making money. People are making money. That's why insurance came into play, to help cut costs and say, no, we're not paying $25,000 for that. The insurance company is only going to give you $1,200. You know what I mean? That's why private insurance came into play, because it was people profiting and making all this money. So at the end of the day, just do your research. I say it all the time. This is just my perspective, but definitely do your research to make your choice of who you're going to choose for president. I think that's important. So with that being said, I'm out with that one.